I'm Candace Grossweiler, and this is my presentation on what I learned during my middle school years. 21st Century or Mr. Bedingfield's class. I learned how to put an essay in order using Ace's writing and many new inspiring quotes. I learned new vocabulary and how to upload videos on YouTube, and I learned new technology and apps like CoSpaces and Canva.com. That is Canva.com. We did a monument we created our own monument in Washington. And that is my vocabulary. In reading or ELA, which is Miss Stoneham's class, I learned about the Holocaust. I learned how to read, I learned and read many new books and what they meant. I learned that every place has their own religions and holidays, and they celebrate things different. That is a presentation that I did last year for Christmas on Sweden. And that is a book I read. Math or Miss Turner's room. I learned new vocabulary. I learned how to solve algebra, and I learned how to find problems and find out how to find the slope in the problem. Vocabulary and how to solve algebra. In multimedia or Mrs. Oni's room, I learned how to do selective coloring. I learned how to use Photoshop. I learned how to change things up in iMovie, and this is my proof. Those are my combined photos and selective coloring, and that is a picture of Photoshop. In health or Mrs. Ricker's room, I learned new vocabulary and how drugs and alcohol can hurt your body in many more ways than you can think. I learned about nutrition, what's good and bad, and how there are addictions that can happen to someone. And I learned all of the body systems like endocrine and digestive. In science, I learned new terms, and I learned how to know what clouds are what and weather symbols. I learned how to solve and create genetics problems. Those are genetic problems. And those are the cloud types and what weather and what they look like and the water content. In social studies or Mr. Sterzinger's room, I learned how to say the Constitution. I learned many new things about slavery and what happened, and I also learned about the Magna Carta and Jamestown. That is a presentation me and a few other people did about cotton and African life. And that is an essay I typed on Jamestown. Vocal music or choir. I learned how you should sit and breathe while singing. I learned many new songs, and I learned vocabulary and musical notes. Those are musical notes, and that is the song I learned. I hope to remember all these great things I had learned that will definitely help me in my future. The end.